You're always watching the dockets. You're watching what is being filed. When did you realize just how big of a deal this tariffs case would be?
The tariffs one was a trickier one because we just had no sense of where the court was going to land. And so you hear the arguments say, look, if Trump loses this case, you know it's a huge deal. But we don't know. We can't get a read on where the judges are going to land. Sometimes you can tell from the arguments and the papers how the judges are leaning. We had no clue here. In fact, Trump himself wanted this court to handle the case. I think he felt like he had a better chance in this court than he did in some of the other districts where these lawsuits were being fought. In fact, there's another judge who ruled against the Trump tariffs in the D.C. court. Trump administration was saying, hey, don't rule on this. We want to send this to the trade court. We think they're going to do a better job, and they actually should be the ones to rule. Well, it turns out he did no better in the trade court. And so that's why I think we all had this sense that maybe Trump felt more confident about how the trade court was going to come out. And that's why when it came down and they sort of thoroughly rebuked his tariff authority, everyone sort of had whiplash. We said, whoa, that's not what we expected in this forceful of a way.
What do you hear from your judicial sources about this approach from the Trump administration and how they're talking about and dealing with the judiciary?
The issue for judges is they really only speak through their rulings and through their papers. They don't do a lot of interviews. They don't do a lot of responding to the political attacks. And that's by design. It's both to maintain some neutral distance from the issues that they have to rule on. They understand to a degree that politicians use them as targets and fodder for their attacks. This is sort of an unprecedented time because when Trump attacks them, number one, it raises the temperature in a way that leads to actual threats against the judiciary,
Right.
which they're very cognizant of. And
I think Stephen Miller just said, quote,
Yeah.
we are living under a judicial tyranny.
The rhetoric is sort of another level than we've ever seen, even in the first Trump administration. It's a judicial coup. It's this language of violence almost that is alarming, and it's meant to alarm. And really, it's the bottom line is we don't like the rulings, therefore it's tyranny.